Hello everybody, and welcome to the first edition of 35th Scale Figures in Review. This is a first video in what I'm hoping to be a successful YouTube channel dealing with all things figures in 35th scale. The purpose of this is to show you folks out there everything that deals with 35th scale figures in resin, plastic, and metal. Okay? Also, what I hope to show everybody in a series of videos is everything that involves the preparation for our figures, okay, the different adhesives that we use, the different types of paintbrushes that are available for us out there, okay, and all the different accessories that go along to make a successful and good-looking 35th scale figure. Now, along with the workings of the paints, the adhesives, okay, things we need to put together with the figure itself, we'll also be talking about and hopefully showing you the various reference books out there, because what would our hobby be without the ever-present and always popular reference books from the different manufacturers, which all in all are always very good. Now, why am I doing this? Is because at this point in time in our hobby, this is a wonderful generation we're going through. Okay, we have so many different kit manufacturers out there, okay, and so many things available to us that are all great. There are several YouTube channels out there that are doing just that. They're showing you the different kits that are available, they're putting kits together and showing us all these things that are wonderful. Now, what I've chosen to do is go ahead and do the figure side of this, just to show you what's available out there to add on to a kit. Because in my mind, what really brings a 35th scale kit to life is the addition of a figure, and a well put together figure. Now, in my time of doing this for the last 30 some odd years of hobbying, I've always greatly been influenced by Shep Paine, okay, and also Francis Verlinden. That's who I basically began cutting my teeth on as far as kit building and developing a passion for a hobby. Now today, the ball's changed into different courts, so to speak, with all the different manufacturers and producers that we have out there who are all really good. Now, the purpose of this channel also is to not really critique things, okay? I'm just going to show you what's out there. My hope is to show you what the kit looks like, what the figure looks like, clean him up, and show what the end product is put together for you. And then you can decide through the different videos, parts, and the still pictures that I show you whether this is the kind of kit that you'd like to have or not. Okay? Now, also with the plastics, the metals, and the resins, it'll all be treated the same way. And then, of course, I'm leaving it up to you, the modeler, to make the decision if you think this is for you or not. Now, I have a passion for the history of these things, because I believe that building a solid 35th scale kit and the addition of a figure is like really taking a snapshot in time in the different history situations, different history things we've had. Okay, so that is my passion. I hope to share this with you, and I hope you enjoy these and find these informative, because bottom line, that's what it's all about. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the ball rolling and start with one of our first reviews. Our first figure that we're going to review this evening is from Evolution, and it is their 2-figure pack of the Sturmgeschütz crew and Grenadier. What I'm going to show you is the actual packaging it comes in, and I've taken the liberty of going ahead and putting together one of the pair. I did this earlier this week, and this is the Grenadier. I have some still photos I'll share with you later on in the channel, okay, during this session, but I'm going to show you how they come out of the box. This is the box, and Evolution figures are very fine resin figures, some of the best on the market. They're from Russia. This is what the packaging looks like. Very good colorization. A great painting chart is in here. Okay, you have just what the typical box looks like. Okay, here you go, just like this. Okay, and like every typical 35th scale figure, okay, in the box they come in plastic bags. So let's go ahead and open up the box. And like I said before, I've already put together one of the figures, and here's what he looks like coming out of the box. Okay, now unlike a lot of the 35th scale figures, okay, the Evolution guys already have their head attached. And usually with the Evolution figures, they have the different pieces and parts in a separate bag. Okay, so here is the guy. Okay, here's the first figure right here. Okay, and like I said before, my goal is to go ahead and show you what they look like coming out of the package. Okay, give you a good look overall right here. And then I will have a different portion of the video will be stills showing the figure cleaned up and temporarily put together. Okay, just so you get a good look at him. And as I said, Evolution figures usually have their heads and their helmets and everything else usually attached first. So this is the main body of the Stu Commander. Okay, put him down right here. And then we'll go ahead and come on over to the extra gear that, once again, usually comes in another bag. Now, this figure in particular, he's going to be reading a map. Alright, so here is the map. And this is probably as fine a resin casting of a map that I have ever seen. The hand's already there to it. This is the carrier that they'll have. Of course, this is what you'll need to remove, and we'll be very careful taking it apart. And I usually will not show the process of getting that, because that can be kind of tedious. But you just have to be careful of the cleanup, and like everything else, you know, have some good sandpapers. You know, make sure you have a good file. Make sure you have your nippers are pretty solid. All right. Then now, being this fine, you always have to be a little careful with what you're doing. Okay. And then here's his other arm that he has right here. Okay. And what I like to often do is I'll just go ahead and I will dry fit as I'm looking at this without gluing it. I'll go ahead and put him in like so, just to see how the arm will kind of match up to the arm socket. Now my purpose here is to just kind of show what it looks like now, and then I'll go ahead and I'll clean this guy up, glue him up a little bit, put him on a stand so he'll match his partner in crime, okay, the Grenadier. And the idea is to have the Stu Commander holding the map while the Grenadier is on this side. Okay, so that's what he looks like coming out of the box. That was the packaging. Okay, now I'll go ahead, and the next portion of the video I'll have him put together, and I'll give you a good image of what he looks like and also what the Grenadier looks like, both of them side by side. Okay, this is our Stu Commander all put together. Checking out his map, looking it over, and I'm just going to give you a little rotational spin. Now he's roughed in, cleaned up fairly well. To me, it's extremely tough to match up arms and hands as being separate items when you have to put them together. But I also have a couple of stills of what he looks like without the map and without an arm. His detail is excellent. One of the things that Evolution prides itself on is the natural fall of the clothing. You see plenty of fold. You see the natural lean of the body, okay, and how his weight shifted around, which to a lot of the hobbyists is a big part of what they look at when they put a guy together. And like I said before, he has a very, very natural appearance to him, and the detail is excellent. Now I'm just going to go over here and show you a side-by-side comparison with his running mate, and here you go. This is the pair of the guys put together. Okay, you have your Stu Commander, and you have the Grenadier, who will be overlooking his shoulder, something like this, looking at the map. Now you'll notice how I have my figures on dowels, and I've come across a few years ago the best way for me to put figures together is to mount them on the top of pop bottle caps, and that way I can interchange them and I can paint and work them holding on to the dowel, and it works out pretty good. So anyway, that's going to be it for our first review of 35th scale figures in review. Overall, this is an excellent casting, excellent job by the manufacturer Evolution. And following this video portion, we'll have some still shots of him. So all in all, once again, a very good figure put together. And we'll see you until next time on 35th scale figures in review.